Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, talking about marriage, relationships, and getting what you want from them. And in a recent video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I talked about how men often pick up this message that love equals sex and sex equals love. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the situation where women have picked up the message that love and sex are polar opposites, and they're oppositional, and you can either have love or you can have sex, but you can't have both. And you can get this, and women can pick up this message multiple ways, but usually it's some sort of process in their life where they have discovered that the significant male figures in their life, the men that love them, so people like their father or their brothers or male cousins or uncles, their male friends and their gay friends, all the men in their life that love them are not trying to have sex with them. And then all the men in her life that are trying to have sex with her aren't loving her. She's having some sort of dysfunctional relationship. She's been caught up in some sort of abusive relationship, or it's just an endless barrage of hookups and one-night stands where guys are just having sex with her and they're never calling. They are never showing any interest in her. They don't care about her. They may not even necessarily like her, but she's having sex with them and they don't love her. So she has this dynamic of guys that she likes that love her, who don't have sex with her, and men that have sex with her, don't like her, don't love her. And then slowly that message just becomes internalized. So when you have a woman in that situation who then gets in a relationship and gets married to a guy that is basically nice, basically pleasant, basically a good guy, you can get in this situation where when the relationship is going really well and she feels loved, the sex slowly seems to vanish. And when the relationship is not going well, and there's some sort of drama and conflict, and he's not being terribly pleasant to her for whatever reason, and she doesn't feel loved, that the sex can come back online and be more frequent, more powerful, and better. And this is an incredibly frustrating situation for the guy, of course, because he's like, well, when I'm nice and pleasant, the sex goes away, and when I'm a jerk, the sex comes back. And you have to understand that for a woman in this situation, when her husband, who loves her, likes her, loves her, when he's coming to her and asking for sex and initiating for sex, if in her mind she can have either love or sex, it's not just that he's asking for sex, but in her mind there is this reading between the lines message of, and I don't love you, because he's coming for sex. He's coming for sex, therefore he doesn't love her. And of course for her, this hurts her feelings because, yes, he's interested in sex, but now he doesn't love her as much. And in her mind, she has this ping-ponging backwards and forwards relationship with herself, and the relationship where, you know, the more he is seeking her out for sex, the less she feels loved, but at the same time she still loves him and likes the relationship. So sometimes she feels she needs to have sex to keep the relationship, but having sex means it's a bad relationship, and it goes round and round and round and round. And you can also see, if you remember the video from yesterday, if the guy has in his head sex equals love and love equals sex, you get this tiger chasing their tail thing where he seeks sex because he wants to express love and wants to receive and experience love, yet for her it's this is a horribly negative message because he's saying, I don't love you and I only want you for sex. And it can go round and round and round just so quickly. So this is a complicated situation, and the way forward is to really try and bring these thoughts to the surface where both of them can understand and appreciate that, okay, this is why he does what he does, and this is why she does what she does. And it's trying to unpick those negative messages that they both have, because the male message of sex equals love and love equals sex is not quite true. And the female message she's picked up of love and sex are oppositional is also not true. Love and sex are two different things. They can certainly go together really well, but simply because you're not having sex on any one given night doesn't mean your partner doesn't love you. And just because you're having sex doesn't mean you are less loved or less valued or less wanted. So it can be a slow, steady process as both of them become more comfortable in their discomfort with the situation. Because they're always going to feel a little off and a little awkward at times, but you have to realize that you have this false message in your head and the reality can be somewhat different. So it's not insurmountable, but it certainly does require a high degree of being mindful that, okay, we're going to react negatively to these things sometimes, and the reality of the situation is not nearly as bad as our reactions to them. So, and this can be something that, marriage counseling can be helpful for, individual counseling can be helpful for. There may be more behind these things than just a few, suboptimal experiences as kids or whatever. There may be some deeper stuff to dig into, but it's not insurmountable if you figure out this is why we do what we do. And that's about it. Gonna leave it there. Please like, share, subscribe. Please do subscribe on YouTube and all that good internet stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow.